Happy weekend, wherever you are. It's a read aloud day. I'm jumping, I guess now, between music and literature. I picked a short and sweet one. I thought it would be good. Oh, we're outside and you're going to hear it all. You missed some seriously ridiculousness portrayal today. Like, you already missed some funny stuff. But this is what I'm going to share with you. I have a lot of really sweet books. This is Bears at Work, a book of bearable jobs by Gage Taylor. And it's very sweet. I'll show you all the illustrations because they're just lovely. It's a beautiful book. Inside it says, dedication. Uriel Dana, I'm not sure if I'm saying her name correctly, is a red-headed artist. She's my wife and a fabulous cook. I mention her here to give her a cheer because she had the idea for this book. GT, Gage Taylor. How incredibly sweet is that? I love when people dedicate stuff. Okay, and here's all the copyright info. I'm not monetized, so I'm just going to share it because it's a joy to share. So again, here's our title page, Bears at Work, a book of bearable jobs by Gage Taylor, Chronicle Books, San Francisco. So it goes through the alphabet, and it itemizes some jobs. And the illustrations are great. I don't really care who jumps in the chat, but if you look really closely at the illustrations, they're really delightful. I may or may not point out my favorite parts. We'll see how it goes. You know that I ramble. So adventurers' work. We're dealing with A. Adventurers' work can be very exciting with travel to faraway lands. Sometimes there's danger from mysterious strangers, if that's what the journey demands. Can you find the danger? Do you see it? This is the adventurer. So cute. Hang on to be. Bakers work hard, and their days are quite long, but I think their job sounds quite good. They get to take bites of cookies and cake to make sure it all tastes like it should. Look at our happy baker. Keep in mind, these are bearable jobs. Bearable. He's all icing on his face. Too cute. Hi. Can you wait for the D page? Yeah, okay. Here comes C. Comics sleep late and they work alone. They don't have to hire a big staff. But if they're not funny, they don't make much money because their job's to make people laugh. Those of you who are fans of comedians. You gotta love it. An old stand-up bear. Here's the D page. Dancers work out to stay in good shape. They have to be nimble and strong, to move with such grace all over the place, and end up just where they belong. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That was our D page. I'm outside on my deck. Ooh, E. Egyptologists study hieroglyphics and mummies and tombs. From a long time ago, what are the odds that the animal gods really lived then and stood in a row? Check out this camel. Egyptologists study hieroglyphics and mummies and tombs. From a long time ago, what are the odds that the animal gods really lived then and stood in a row? Okay, better flow. Even the camel's like, hey, what you looking at down there? Hello. What you looking at? Today is just a little bit of short and sweet. Got things to do. Here's a favorite of mine. Oh, close to my heart, but I think you all know. Fortune tellers predict what life's going to bring, and sometimes write over the phone. Though having it done can sometimes be fun, the future you make is your own. No pun intended with this one. Some things are just fun. Some things are just fun. Do it because it's fun and you're open-minded. Because it's fun. Okay? Fun. Harmless. Fun. Well, for all you G-men out there, golfers have fun and they play outside. But one thing must be understood. If you play it for money to spend on your honey, you have to be awfully good. Who's making bets? Who's making bets on the golf course? Is it this fella here with the checkered pants? Oh, I wonder who his honey is. Maybe it's just a big old jar sitting on the shelf of sticky stuff. Super cute. I don't know what that squirrel's doing in the back. Oh, look at this poor guy. Told you, if you look around these pictures, has this ever happened to you? Kerplunk. It's all right. Just give your honey a big old hug and everything will be just fine. Okay. Hypnotherapists take us down deep in a trance, which requires a definite knack. We go far in the past to the life we lived last. Then they bring us all the way back. Yeah. You ever had this done? Anybody ever been hypnotized before? Hey, David Smith, you been hypnotized? Oh, David Smith, you must have an unbearable job. Gosh, is that your problem? Bellyache? Why'd you bring your grouchy self in here? Answer my question. You ever been hypnotized? You ever been put under by a therapist to go into a past life? What's your thought on that? You're always very opinionated and usually kind. So what's up with the sell crazy somewhere else, lady? Did you forget your persona? Yeah, I know it happens sometimes, right? You wake up in the morning and you're somebody else. David, be nice. Oh, perfect timing. Interpreters speak more than one language well. They deal with some tense situations. They help us cooperate so we can communicate, and that's a worthwhile occupation. Are you ready for the picture? And if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't. I'm guessing you know. Simply unbearable. Come on, it's all about communication and cooperation, right? Oh, did something get held for review? I don't have any limits on my comments, so I'm not exactly sure why things are being held. Yeah, you guys, You need to respond the way that I would, and my chat's open. There shouldn't be anything being blocked. I guess that was something you put on there, huh? Yeah. You don't want to be the go-between, the bear, the interpreter? I think that would be a phenomenal job, actually. No Q&A. Absolutely no Q&A. Bye. I'm reading. Thanks. Ready for the J? And no, it's not jokers. It's jugglers. Jugglers must have a good sense of timing and must concentrate with great care, because whether it's cans or Chinese silk fans, it all has to stay in the air. This is what I do with your comments. Most of the time they fall flat though, guys. You know this, right? I did music the other day. Yesterday? Day before? Not sure. I'll get back to it. Plenty of records. I don't know why you care what I'm doing. Nobody does. I do this because it's fun. Maybe this one suits you better, David. Kings get to tell everyone what to do while sitting up there on the throne. But if no queen's by his side in whom to confide, it's no fun being boss all alone. Can you relate to this one? There's our little joker. David, go put on your own music. Go do what you want to do. I don't take requests, and it's not even my channel, so you might want to talk to the person who runs it. Maybe they can give you some feedback. Maybe they can play you some music. Yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to catch up with them. Itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time. Listen, lifeguards. Lifeguards keep an eye on swimmers who swim just a little too far out to sea. They sit in the sun watching people have fun. It seems like a good job to me. Whoop. Pardon me. It's the opposite. Instead, it's red polka dot, but hey, close enough. David Smith, have any lifeguarding experience? Any lifeguarding? Save any lives lately? I picked a spot. I didn't think it was going to be hot. Still rhyming. But it is. What are you going to do? Alrighty. I don't know, David Smith. I might do music later. I have a bunch of chores to do today. I'm just bouncing between. This is my first break. You missed a tree falling, some cutting, and some wanderers. And so many funny things already happened today. Okay, anyways. Musicians. Yes, we're on to M. Cool. Musicians can make what they do look so easy. When we see them just sit there and play. The reason it flows is right under your nose. They practice it day after day. True enough, most of the people I know who are phenomenal musicians, it's part of their day in and day out life. I guess it would be like anything, you know, if you're not like a absolute natural at something, you have to practice, right? Yeah. A lot of mechanical types of things that your right brain's used for, your right and your left, simultaneously using, you need to practice, right? That's how you master something. Aw, this one is Nanny's. Nannies take care of the children at home or take them all out to the zoo. When it's time for your nap, you can sit in their lap and she'll tell you a story or two. Well, if you've ever been lucky to have somebody who loves you, who isn't your parent or your grandparent or your aunt or uncle, and you refer to them as a nanny, you've been very lucky. I know a lot of people who have been nannies, and it's really quite a lovely job. Woo-hoo! Opera singers dress up in strange-looking clothes and sing just as loud as they can. And when they are done, I'm sure that it's fun hearing all the applause from their fans. Beautiful day for a ride. David Smith, been to an opera lately? I don't know, you always have so much to say. Speechless today? This is what happens when I read rhyming books. It just goes on and on, but don't worry, I'm almost over because I'm already at P, and the alphabet is only so long. So this shouldn't take too much more of your time. Painters, I know a few painters. Painters use color on canvas or paper to show us how they really feel. Sometimes it's funny or drippy and runny. Sometimes it looks almost real. So true. So many different types of art out there. Oh. Just reminds me of something funny. Okay. Minnow PQ. Oh, for all you football lovers. Oh. Quarterbacks work can bring glamour and fame. The job has a heroic sound. But sometimes you'll find they get hit from behind and end up flat out on the ground. True enough. I don't know what's going on here. Really don't. Can somebody explain what the rest of the team is doing while he's trying to throw it? Did they just like surrender? What? Is he being set up to just be completely crunched in by the red team? What's going on here? It's not very heroic. Not when you're a scapegoat. Okay. Huh. Restaurant critics work for a newspaper or maybe a food magazine. They sample the dinners, then report on the winners. That's the best job I've ever seen. Look at her face. I don't know if she looks excited or not. Oh. I don't know, I follow a guy on Instagram who goes to family-run businesses, what he calls where the rich people eat, something like that, a phrase he uses. And he orders as many different items as he can, and he tries them and rates them, and he has such a super attitude. He's super positive, always respectful no matter where he goes. I did reach out to him and recommend a restaurant in the city, but I'm not sure if he got it or if he'll ever visit them. I have shouted out to them before about them, gave them a shout out. Off the top of my head, the name of it I can't remember. I have it written down. But it's El Salvadorian food, and it was delicious. I remember one of the things they let me try, they just outright shared. It was absolutely lovely. It's a beautiful little family, and the ants weren't were they just start taking things out of their bag. And it's like, oh, try this, try this. It was like a sauerkraut type, like, more like maybe like a coleslaw, maybe type like thing. A little bit sour. Oh, that was delicious. I was like, that's delicious. You eat it with your hands, I guess. It was delicious. Anyway, I'm hoping he follows up on it. I can't remember his name. He's super dude. Super dude. I enjoy watching him. I wouldn't say he's a restaurant critic either. I don't think he falls into that category. I think he's just, I believe he drives a taxi for work. And then he goes and enjoys like amazing food. And then he always says, I'm gonna bring back my family. That's the best part as he leaves. He always says, I'm gonna bring back my friends and family. And I love that part because he's just sharing the good stuff. Okay. You're gonna hear a subtle rumble, but it's just traffic behind me. Okay, S, we're on to S. Sculptors make statues that stand in the park or statues that stand in the Louvre. A bit of advice, you'd better think twice. Don't make them too heavy to move. It's actually great advice. I mean, if you think about the Statue of Liberty, she came in pieces, I believe from France, if I'm not mistaken, modeled after the artist's mom. I don't know, I have a book about that too. But she came in pieces, she's put together. When I was in that dance group as a kid, we performed at her feet. And I'm pretty sure my grandparents came through there. I don't know if both sets of families, but I know one for sure. Yeah, it was a nice little island. She had some big feet. I think at the time, nobody was allowed to go inside of her. I think they were doing something. Like, I think she had some scaffolding up above her, maybe up above her shoulders. I don't know if they were working on the torch or whatnot. But I remember we all really wanted to go in and go up the stairwell, but we weren't allowed. I remember the water smelled. Not necessarily good or bad, but there was a heavy, like, scent in the air of the water. And it was crowded. I believe we have that on an old VHS tape somewhere, I'm sure. I mean, that's how you recorded stuff back then. Somebody's poor parent had to have, like, this huge thing on their shoulder. And, you know, and if you were lucky, you had a chance to have a turn with the tape. We didn't all get to always see everything that we did. But as kids, we lived in the moment, so we really didn't care. Anyways. All right, here comes T. Ooh, but it's a THer. Thespians are actors who get to pretend in a movie or in a play, and if they work hard or win an award, they get paid to pretend every day. Funny enough, we just had this conversation, right? Yeah. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by some actors. How they can portray roles, characters, people. You know, sometimes creatures. Like when it's just their voice. Pretty amazing. And if you're good at it, by all means, make that be your vocation and make that money. Entertain. We all need a laugh. We all need to get a break from reality, right? Isn't that what it's for? Entertainment. It's the same thing, sports. All that jazz, you know? It's just to take a break from reality. And those of you who have that ability, bravo. You're much needed. Much, much needed. Speaking of which, umpires enforce the rules of the game. He's someone you don't want to cross. If he says you're out, you better not shout. In the end, he's the one who is the boss. Yeah, I don't know if you should mess with an umpire. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if we ever get back, so just root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. There's your music, David. That's what you get today. Get a little baseball music. Oh. How's it going, Miz? Hey, Miz. What's your occupation? What's bearable? Do you have a bearable job? A just bearable job? What do you do? What do you do there in Brazil? Come on, Miz. Jump on in. With your little symbol. Don't you know you all have that? It's so strange. Anyways, V. Ventriloquists. Ventriloquists talk without moving their lips. If you watch him, I think you'll agree. The voice seems to come approximately from the dummy that sits on his knee. Upwards rumble. Not bad, not bad. It's really only a handful of people who have that ability. Pretty amazing. So you're not going to tell us what you do, Miz? Who do we have here? Mook? What's your occupation? Is it bearable? Ah! I just had this conversation. I'm not sure with who. I'm not sure with who. Specifically about someone who, I don't know, used to live here, but doesn't live anywhere near here, but calls the shots on school weather days. I don't know. And the coinky dink, how 2 people I know's daughters are weather people now. Like, you know, like, I don't know the coincidences. They're amazing. So the weathermen tell us just what to expect, like a storm that might come in the night. They believe it sincerely and explain it so clearly. Sometimes they've even been right. I don't even remember his name. I just know everybody goes, oh, are you gonna wait and see what his prediction is? And I'm thinking to myself, no, I'm gonna look out the window when I wake up in the morning. Like, weather's one of those things, you know, unless you really do have a horrific weather situation coming your way, you might as well just look out the window. Or be prepared, whatever. Keep an umbrella in your car. Yeah, that. Okay. Xylophone. What else could they use for X? Xylophone makers build instruments from wooden tubes that are hollow and round. And when one is played with the sticks that they made, it makes an incredible sound. Well, looky here. Hollowing out bamboo. That would have a hollow sound, wouldn't it? Plunk, 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 plunk. Ooh, just got dark. Maybe we're due for some weather. Oh, I just have to look up and see. Yeah, a couple clouds going by. Oh, looky here. This is a good one. Take a guess what the Y job is. Go ahead, whoever's in the chat. Looks like there's 5 of you in here. Take a guess what the Y job is. Ah. Got a guess? Okay, no guesses? Are you taking all the fun out of it for me? No, not YouTuber, but thank you for guessing. I'm stealing your word. Good job. Instead, it's yoga teacher. I'm sorry, but YouTuber. I'm not really a YouTuber because I don't make money off this. This is not a profession. They haven't allowed me to turn it into a profession. I guess it's just something I do for fun. And considering I'm in a massive isolation peak of my life where nobody's allowed to speak to me, answer their phone, everything's freaking blocked, I might as well reach out on YouTube, right? Yeah, story of my life. Anyway, if you're a new YouTuber, hey, good job. More power to you. Maybe they'll let you monetize. Maybe they'll let you be an actual entrepreneur. Hey man, we were gonna make some money and we were gonna give it to a couple of the humane societies around here and help out some animals, but they didn't even let us do that. You know, well anyway, I don't know if she even exists anymore. I've seen her, but not her dog, so who knows? Now I'm gonna do something on behalf of my dog that was poisoned. Yeah, I'm gonna do something on behalf of Nellie. If and when this ever comes back to me, I'll probably drop it before it does, because, come on. Oh, maybe I'll get out of isolation. Maybe, you know, maybe somebody will realize what my situation really is, and they'll care enough to do something about it. Because you can only reach out so many times. You can only reach out so many times. It doesn't matter what my age is. Does it matter? Doesn't matter what your age is. As long as you're not a kid. I'm not doing anything on today that's at all offensive. So, to be honest with you, it's a kid's book. So, more power to you on this one. Not a kid's channel, though. Let me go ahead and read the why. I ask myself that every day, all day. Why? I have yet to get a real answer. I'm pretty sure there's money involved. It's almost always a part of the why. I'm still going to continue to ask why. Yoga teachers sit in a lotus position and wait for the noise to subside. Their job's to teach all their students to reach that calm place we have all inside. Oops, I have to reread that. I was kind of hoping it was all, but it's not. It's we all have inside. So let me try that again. Yoga teachers sit in a lotus position and wait for the noise to subside. Their job's to teach all their students to reach that calm place we all have inside. And if you're looking for some sort of advice with regards to being a new YouTuber, don't ask me. Please don't. My experience up to this point has been so inconsistent, I don't think that my response would be fair. Because I think that there's extremely successful people, and I think there's some people who've tried it and then decided it wasn't for them. And then you have your in-betweeners, kind of like me, who absolutely enjoys the process, the creative end of it, but isn't being treated with respect with regards to being helped and monitored and kept safe. So, you know, I have mixed feelings. And I'm going to tell you honestly, I've had a teamwork experience and I've had my solo experience, and I'm enjoyed them equally. I don't feel that there's any competition there. I had a blast working with somebody, and I'm having a blast being independent. But again, nobody's keeping my channel safe. Nobody seems to care about any of it. Right now, I'm completely blocked from creating shorts and uploading shorts, videos. I mean, my apparatuses, all my phones, cameras, whatever I would use to even create are all blocked. So it really doesn't matter what I feel about being on YouTube, because somebody else is completely monitoring, commandeered, and in control of what it is that happens with my channel. I just create content, they steal it, do what they want with it. Couldn't tell you. I think it's hysterical though when I go to YouTube Music and I see little snippets of the things that I say. I get a kick out of some of them. But since I haven't been able to make a short in forever, and any of the shorts that you do see, they're all snippets of my live streams that AI creates. I'm going to tell you right now that I don't think AI is 100% artificial. I think there's absolutely a person sitting behind the A and the I. I think it's artificial impersonation. That's what AI means to me. And I think it's unfair. I'm pretty sure I can find my own snippets. Pretty sure I can create my own shorts. If you go back to the beginning when I started, I did just fine without anyone's assistance. So I don't know, new YouTuber. I mean, good luck to you. And it honestly doesn't matter what your content is. I've said it before. I have seen from A to Z content provided. I'm a little bit fed up with the lack of protection and follow through that YouTube provides. So I have mixed feelings. The creative end of it's always fantastic. I mean, I absolutely miss creating. This is just something I like to do for fun. And I'm used to reading. I'm used to reading to audiences. I sat with children in front of me for many, many years as a preschool teacher and kindergarten, 1st through 3rd. You know, funny enough, the last job I had, I think I was invited to read maybe 4 times in 10 years. Unless it was a one-on-one where a child brought me a book, or it was recess and I was, you know, in charge of recess and it was indoor because it was raining and I chose to read something to them. But no one ever bothered to invite me, knowing what my profession was for 20 some odd years before I went there. And when I tell you about disrespect, that's just the beginning of it. It's just the beginning of the list. But you know, to rob somebody of a love and a passion that they've had for a very long time, it's shitty. It's just shitty. All right, so I think this one is my favorite of all because this is how I truly feel. Zookeepers get to take care of the animals, though some must be kept in a cage. There's been some objection, but it's for their protection. They're still at the primitive stage. Some people might find that extremely offensive. It's all your perspective, I guess. I don't know, Gage Taylor, I enjoyed this book. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the illustrations, even though I'm not a big fan of personifying animals in any way, shape, or form. You know, as far as putting clothing on them and having them do people things. I understand the purpose of your story, your poetry, and I think a little bit of the thought process behind the illustrations. But look at this, ladies. Look at this lady on the cover. I don't know if you guys watch The Lunch Ladies. I think that's what they're called. I think they're on Facebook and Instagram, but the 2 women who work in the grocery store and they put music on and oh my God, they just keep getting better and better. But does this remind you of her feet? I think she usually has like hot pink ones on. But as soon as I looked at this bear's feet, I was like, I hope she sees this and laughs because I just enjoy the heck out of those 2. Oh, and they have lots of guests that come on their shows. They're hilarious. I mean, they're funny, and they pick some of the best music that's been like hidden for a while. They got on little tangents, and I don't know. I adore you too, and all your extras. But you make me laugh when I scroll and find you. I typically watch you. Sometimes sing along, laugh, shake my head. So what I'm saying is that there's content for everyone on YouTube. You know. I don't necessarily mean to be negative. I'm only speaking from a first person's perspective, and my experiences. No, it's got its pluses, but if you're not safe, if your content is not safe, if they think this is acceptable to allow this kind of commandeering to go on as long as it has, without interrupting, rerouting, or intervening, I mean, you can look at the numbers that I had before this baloney started. There's no way, shape, and form that my analytics are correct. You don't need to be a mathematician. You don't need to be a statistics person. It is so freaking obvious how manipulated my information is. And you know what? Somebody thinks they have the upper hand right now. It's just not going to last. I have the upper hand. Because you can only do this as long as I'm willing to give it to you. Right? Unless you AI the shit out of my content and decide to make up your own content using whatever it is you steal from me, go for it. Go, please. I've already challenged you to try to reproduce something, and I have yet to see you take that challenge on. Yet. You haven't. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to be like, oh, here, me being you. What do you think? No, I don't. I just wouldn't do this to somebody. You know, from content creator to potential content creator, I would never do this to anyone. No. See, I have nothing but respect for the author of this book. Again, Gage Taylor. And the ideas that clearly came from his wife and the dedication. To the illustrations, to the limericks. Nothing but respect. And I have appreciated this book. Like I said, been a teacher. So I probably read it a million times, or it's been out in my fiction, nonfiction situation. You know, I just, I'm very disappointed in those people who credibility matters to. I don't know, those of you at YouTube Studio who, I don't know how you haven't addressed the fact that they're constantly, whether it be a bot or not a bot, it's definitely a body. A somebody, okay, who is constantly sending me, you know, copyright infractions, this, that, and the other. I got tired of disputing them because they were ridiculous. Either they would, oh, in 2 days I'd get the message, oh, it didn't get viewed in 30 days, so we're dropping it. It doesn't affect your content, but you can't see it in Russia. What the what? I mean, seriously, I mean, if you start getting baloney like that, I would not recommend sticking around. It's annoying as all hell. I've posted, go into my community. I've shared little bits and pieces of all sorts of stuff that I've put up with. And, you know, I guess it's acceptable. If somebody doesn't like you at YouTube, or somebody at YouTube knows somebody who doesn't like you outside of YouTube, I guess it's acceptable to take money to do this to somebody. Because that's the only thing I can think of. Somebody doesn't want me to make money off of my YouTube channel. I don't think they give a shit about the success, because I'm sure they're skimming something. There's ads all strewn out things. There's all sorts of things going on. All little things altered, changed. I mean, you can see it on half my shorts. I mean, maybe I only see it. I don't know what you people see, because nobody ever really gives me feedback, because most of the people in the chat are part of the problem. You know, I'm not stupid to it. I just really love to do what I do. And like I said, you can steal money from me. You're not going to steal my credibility, and you're not going to steal my joy. So, as we continue on, I hope you enjoyed this book, Bears at Work, a book of bearable jobs. I thought it was delightful, and I wanted to go with something short and sweet today. It's too nice of a day to be inside. I may do some music later, maybe tomorrow, who knows. I'll do record 2. We're listening to Big Band Era. The first one was awesome. I don't know if any of you heard that or saw that. Record 1, it's out there. It's great. And we'll move on to record 2. But yeah, I mean, even you people come into the chat, you don't even chat. You don't even have anything constructive to say. So you new YouTuber, I don't know. I wish you luck. I hope they respect your space and your content and your, you know, your brain work a little bit more than they have mine. Give it a try, you never know. Maybe you'll be one of those successful people that everybody loves. I didn't do this to be successful. I just did it because it's fun. My first experience told me that it was fun. So, you know, hey. And I love to read, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Enjoy your day. Bye. Neighbor Sue. Signing off.